Hello students and welcome to SmartKidz tutorials. In this video, we will be discussing about the new update from Goa Board, that is the exam dates, but these are the tentative exam dates, which means that they can change. There could be a change in how the subjects are scheduled. This is for SSC examination, which this time is going to be held in March 2025. It will begin from 1st of March 2025. The dates, I don't think there will be a change in them, but maybe there could be a change in the subjects. Some subjects there could be. That is why they have said it's a tentative date, but there's no guarantee that there will be a change. There will be a final schedule that will be coming out later on. Okay, that will be the final one. But right now, this is a tentative one, which is more or less, you can say, one step towards final, you can say. Okay, so should you follow this one? For now, yes, you should. And Goa Board has been very clear that they want to conduct the examinations of SSC in March. So this time they are going to have it in March, and very clearly they have mentioned it's going to begin from the 1st of March 2025. So let's have a look. What are the updates and which subjects are on which date, and let's see how long the duration from the first paper to the second paper, and also we'll see what are the gaps, if there are any, between papers. So let's begin with this video. So it says date of commencement of SSC examination 2024-2025. So this is the academic year. Now, theory examination, it says, which are for regular subjects, which means your first language, second language, third language, then followed by social science and mathematics, both maths level 1 and level 2, and science subjects. Those are your regular subjects. So they will begin from the 1st of March 2025, which happens to be a Saturday. Then you have NSQF subjects, which will begin from 4th of Feb 2025 onwards. It will be a Tuesday. So that will be conducted internally in your school for those who have NSQF subjects. This would be the practical examination. Then practical examination for science and also for geography. Now this includes general science, which your regular subject, and then the other students, CWSN students, will also be having their science practicals. Same thing for geography and history for CWSN students. They will be also having their practicals. That will begin from 1st of Feb 2025 onwards. So the exact date is not given. It is just said from that day onwards, which means you got to be ready from that day. Now, each school will have it on a different day. Okay, it's not like your theoretical paper where all students of science will appear on that same day. This is conducted internally in your school. So, whichever day your school has decided with the arrangement that they have made with the Goa Board, that day they will have the examination, but it has to begin from 1st of Feb 2025 for regular students of science, and for CWSN students also, and NSQF students, it will begin from 4th of Feb 2025 onwards. Then there are CWSN special subjects. They will begin, practicals for those subjects will begin from 13th Feb 2025. The final dates, as I said, these are not the final dates. The final dates will be sent to your school, and your school will inform them. So as I mentioned, it is different for different schools, but that is why it is not mentioned over here. Just given a date. From that day onwards, you can expect your practical examinations to be held. So Class 10 examinations will begin on 1st March 2025, and the first paper will be held on 1st March 2025. Now, the last date of examination will be 20th of March 2025 as per Goa Board. that does not necessarily mean that you will have a subject to answer on 20th of March 2025. So for those who are having regular subjects, then they will finish their exam on the 15th of March 2025. Okay, and we'll see that which paper is there on 15th of March. So you will be informed at which center you will be answering your exam. These details will come later on, okay, after you get your hall ticket and so forth. Just before your examination, this will be displayed on the notice board, or your class teachers will let you know from these seat numbers to these seat numbers will be in so and so school, so forth. So as mentioned, practical exams for NSQF subjects will be held from 4th March 2025 onwards, and practical exam for science, for general as well as CWSN, and geography and history CWSN subjects will be held from 1st Feb 2025 onwards, and practical exam for pre-vocational or CWSN special subjects will be held from 13th Feb 2025. So just same thing, I'm repeating whatever was there in that table. So every day your examination will begin at 9:30 a.m. So you are advised to be present at your center wherever you are going to answer your exam at least half an hour before. So by 9 a.m. at least you should be there. It's always good to be early rather than be late. When you're late, then you get tensed, you get worried. Okay, so it is always advisable that you be early at the examination. Okay, you can also take the time to revise, do some last minute revision. Okay, and also especially on the first day, I would advise you to be early, at least 45 minutes early, so you get used to the environment over there, because it may not be your school, maybe some other school in your locality. So go over there early, check which class you are in, because you're not used to that school. Okay, if you go to the school, then you will know which class you are in, get settled in the place, look around, see what is there. Okay, and see where are the toilets. Okay, so you can go to the toilet, use the restroom beforehand. Okay, and settle down. Okay, rather than be worried about different things. You come at the last moment, you will be worried about 10 things. Rather, if you come early, you will be settled and you'll be ready to answer your paper and answer it better. Then a late arrival beyond 30 minutes after exam begins will lead to disqualification in that subject, which means the examination begins at 9:30 a.m. If you reach after 10 a.m., you will be disqualified. It means you will not be allowed to sit for that paper. So avoid all these hassles by being early. If you're early, then we don't have to discuss about late arrivals at all. Okay, so always remember, you worked so hard to answer that paper, so don't look to mess it up at the last instant. Okay, come early, be early. Some think that maybe they will revise something more towards the end. No, whatever you have revised till then, never mind. Come with that and answer. Otherwise, trying to learn for another 1 or 2 marks more, you may end up losing 10 marks. Okay, for various reasons. So avoid that. Candidate will not be allowed to leave before 10:30 a.m. Now see, the examination begins at 9:30 a.m. and you can submit the paper early. Now, I'm not saying that you submit the paper early. If you have studied and you are able to answer, then you will not be thinking about leaving at 10:30 a.m. This is for those students who have not studied at all. Now, when you have not studied, you don't know what to write. You just want to submit the paper and get out from there. So for those students, you will not be allowed to leave the examination hall or the examination room class before 10:30 a.m. So after 10:30 a.m., you may be able to, with the permission of the person who is supervising, the teacher who is supervising, you can submit your paper and leave the classroom and leave the examination premise as well. So you won't be allowed to loiter around over there. So let's begin with the timetable, the schedule which is given. So on the first day, that is 1st of March, which happens to be a Saturday, your first paper is a first language. It says 9:30 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. That would be English, and you can ignore the others, that is Marathi, Urdu, functional English and functional Marathi. For regular subjects students, it will be English. That is the code for that. You don't have to worry about the code as well. Just know that that is your language over there. And this is for CWSN students. And those who are answering their papers in Marathi or Urdu, for them as well. Okay, but for regular students, it is going to be English. 3 hours paper, first day. On the 3rd, that is on Monday, 3rd of March 2025, you will have your second language. So you have a day's break to prepare for Hindi. Okay, and there are some who are answering second language composite. So for regular students, you don't have to bother about that. They also will be having Hindi Sanskrit and Hindi Arabic. And for CWSN students, they will have functional Hindi. So 3 hours paper once again, your second language on Monday, 3rd of March 2025. On 4th of March, regular students will have a break, whereas CWSN students have home vegetable garden subject that they have to answer. It's a 2-hour paper, 9:30 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. On Wednesday, 5th of March, the third language. So there's a day's break for the regular students to appear for their third language. And it could be Konkani, then it could be Marathi, could be Portuguese, French, Arabic, Kannada, Sanskrit. Depends on what you have taken as a third language. It's also mentioned English over there. So those who are learning in Marathi medium or Urdu medium, they also have English as their third language. But for regular students, English is your first language. The remaining, depending on what choice you have made, you will be having a third language. Third language for CWSN students as well. And it's a 3-hour paper on Wednesday, 5th of March. Then on Friday, 7th of March, you have social science paper 1. Okay. That is your history paper. And it's for those in English medium, Marathi medium and Urdu medium, you will have your papers accordingly. And for others, you will have history and political science, English medium and Marathi medium as well. For you, it is for regular students, it's just a history paper. And it's a 1.5 hour paper, because this will be only for 40 marks. So 9:30 to 11 for regular. And for those who are answering history and political science, it's a 2-hour paper. Okay. So that's on 7th of March 2025. There's no break between your social science paper 1 and social science paper 2. So immediately on Saturday, you will be answering your geography paper again for 40 marks and again for 1.5 hours from 9:30 a.m. to 11 a.m. And this is a geography paper. So it could be in English medium, Marathi medium or Urdu medium. And then CWSN students also have the geography and economics based on whatever topics they have taken. And that will be for 2 hours. For regular students, it's going to be only 1.5 hours. So there's a day's break for Maths Level 2 students. So Maths Level 2 students have got their paper on 10th of March. It's a 2-hour paper. Okay. And it's basic mathematics. So it could be in English medium, Marathi medium or Urdu medium. That will be on 10th of March 2025. Just check on the timings. The timings, I'm not sure if it is a 2-hour paper over here. So usually it's a 3-hour paper. So don't go by this timing. As I said, this is a tentative schedule published by the Goa Board. The final one will be out later on. So could be somewhere in December. So Maths level 1 have got their paper on 11th, and here you see, so that could be a printing error. Here it clearly says 9:30 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. So it should be a 3-hour paper because it's an 80 marks paper. Even your language papers are 80 marks papers. So they are 3 hours. So your maths paper will be 3 hours. So maths level 2 students need not be worried that it's showing only 2 hours. No, it will be a 3-hour paper for you as well. For maths level 1 students, you will have an extra day, okay, compared to maths level 2 students to prepare for your paper, which will be on Tuesday, 11th of March. So you get 2 days, Sunday and Monday, whereas maths level 2 students get only 1 day, that is a Sunday, to prepare for their paper. Next, on 12th March, you will, so regular students get a break, and on Wednesday, 12th of March, the CWSN students have got tailoring and cutting. On Thursday, 13th of March, those who have taken basic floriculture will have their paper. And on Friday, 14th of March, those who have taken desktop publishing will have their paper. And all of these papers are 2 hours each, if you see, 9:30 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. each of them. So those who have taken these respective subjects will be answering on these particular days. So all these 3 days, the regular students will be having a break. And then on Saturday, that is 15th of March 2025, science students, that is your last paper for regular students, you will be answering your science paper between 9:30 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. So again, however, this is not just 80 marks paper, this is a 70 marks paper. At least what Goa Board has given till now, it is a 70 marks paper, and it will be a 3-hour paper, 9:30 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. And CWSN students will also be answering general science between 9:30 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. So for regular students, this has got to be your last day, 15th of March. You begin from 1st of March and you end on 15th of March. Then 17th of March, which is a Monday, those who have taken this NSQ subjects will have to answer. It's a 1.5 hour paper. So you have different subjects like automobile, IT, retail, beauty and wellness, apparel, construction, and telecommunication, logistics, tourism and hospitality, electronics, agriculture, plumbing, healthcare, banking, financial service and insurance, fine art, physical education, okay, and also astronomy. Those who have taken astronomy will have to answer their paper on Monday, 17th of March 2025, 9:30 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. Then on 18th of March, CWSN students answering data processing between 9:30 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. And those who have taken basic cookery will be answering the subject on 19th of March 2025 on Wednesday between 9:30 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. And on 20th of March 2025 between 9:30 a.m. and 11:30 a.m. students who have taken drawing and painting will be answering this subject. So this is got to be the last paper, and it's for CWSN students. So those who are answering that will have to come on 20th of March 2025 Thursday. And this is the last paper as per Goa Board. But for regular students, 15th of March would be your last day. Then science would be the last paper. So let's have a quick recap of subjects for general students, okay, and see which paper is when. So 1st of March we have English. Then 3rd of March we have Hindi. 5th of March will be a third language, which would be Konkani, Marathi, French, Portuguese, or any other third language that you may have taken. 7th of March would be Social Science 1, which is History. 8th of March, without a break, would be Social Science 2, which is Geography. Then you have a day's break, and Maths Level 1 students would be answering on 10th of March. This would be followed by Maths Level 2 students on 11th of March. They have got 2 days break. And finally, all the regular students will be answering science on 15th of March. So this is what your schedule looks like for the final examination, which will be held in March 2025. So just last bit of information given by Goa Board. It says that all important and relevant instructions for answering the public examination circulated via this circular number 53 dated 4/10/2006 shall be strictly followed by all the students. If you want, you can go to Goa Board and check for circulars, and you will get this circular. Nothing vague. Whatever information that you have to be provided will be given to you by your teachers, by your school. So you need not be worried about it. You just focus on which subjects are when and do your bit of study. That's all. Candidates who are unsuccessful in theory or practical part of a subject shall answer only the unsuccessful part of the subject as per current syllabus or pattern in the subject. So those who fail, so if they fail in particular subject, okay, then you will have to appear only for that particular subject. A candidate is allowed only 2 attempts for improvement within a period of 2 years of passing the SSC examination. So sometimes when you get your results, it says need improvement, maybe in a subject or two, and in that case you will have to sit for that examination and pass. Such students are allowed to sit for level, but they have to clear the papers that have been marked as needs improvement. So it says that you are allowed to only 2 attempts to do the improvement. So if you don't do it within those 2 attempts, then you will be considered as fail and you will have to repeat the class. You won't be allowed to sit back into the SSC class in your school. Rather, you have to study from home and clear that paper. And at the same time, you will not be able to appear for 11th standard examination, though you may have taken admission for that. So you'll have to forfeit that admission. Okay. So this is only if you do not pass. So let's not think about all that right now. Just think about how to study hard, work smartly, and answer the paper in the first attempt itself. Then we need not bother about the rest. And one last thing, it says under no circumstances examination shall be postponed even though any day is declared as a public holiday. So let's say for some reason a date which happens to be your examination date, okay, and the government declares it as a public holiday. Even though the government declares it as a public holiday, Goa Board will not treat it as a public holiday, and you will have to come to answer your paper on that particular day. So don't think about staying at home if there is a public holiday. If there is a public holiday, but you have a paper on that day, please do come for the paper and appear for your paper. Paper will be there, irrespective of whether there is a holiday or not. In case if there is any change, Goa Board through your school will notify you. Okay. Other than that, do not look for any public notifications. Okay. So I hope this video has been helpful to you. As there are updates coming for 10th standard and 9th standard, I will be bringing it out for you. Any important updates, I will make a video so that you get notified. So if you have liked watching this video, please hit the like button. Share this video with your friends as well as your classmates. And if you have liked watching the video, not just hit the like button, but also subscribe to the channel. Okay, so that whenever you and also click on the bell icon. So whenever there's a video that is published, you will get a notification and you will not miss out on it. Okay, so I hope it has been very informative for you. And if you have any queries, please do comment below, or you can even email me at smartkidstutorials@gmail.com. Okay, thank you for watching video. See you in the next video.